Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's debate. My name is Maddie Fotheringham and I am the chairman, and Emily Harris is the timekeeper. The adjudicator is Mr. Visser, Ivanov and Putland. The topic of this debate is that targeted advertising should be banned. The affirmative team seated to my right is from Pembroke School, and the negative team seated to my left is from Unley. The speaking time for this debate is 4 minutes with a double bell at the end of your speaking time. A warning bell will ring once at 3 minutes, and a continuous bell will ring 30 seconds after the final bell. Please switch off your mobile phones and electronic devices. I declare this debate open. I call upon the first affirmative speaker, Alexis Ng.
Good evening, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate tonight is that targeted advertisement should be banned. We, the affirmative team, believe the statement to be undoubtedly true. As the first speaker for the affirmative team, I would like to begin by defining the key terms in our debate. We define targeted as being selected as an object of attention or attack. Advertisement refers to a notice or announcement in a public medium promoting a product, service, or idea. Should indicates obligation, duty, or correctness. Banned means officially or legally prohibited. Therefore, we define the topic as obligation to officially or legally prohibit advertisements that selectively target individuals as objects of attention or influence. Tonight, I will speak to you about how targeted advertising is a breach of our privacy as consumers and how it creates echo chambers and perpetuates confirmation bias. Claudia, our second speaker, will speak to you about how targeted advertising manipulates and exploits consumers and the negative impact it has on our mental health. Finally, our third speaker, Ophi, will rebut and sum up our case. My first point tonight, ladies and gentlemen, in support of our motion is to highlight the gross invasion of privacy that is targeted advertisement. If you've ever seen an advertisement pop up on your screen while browsing the internet or found flyers in your letterbox from real estate agents wanting to sell your house, then you've most likely been subjected to targeted advertisement. They may look like any other advertisement, but there's a twist. It's aimed at you. At first, targeted advertising may seem convenient. Why wouldn't you want ads and products curated just for you? But while it's convenient, the reason why targeted advertising is bad is because it puts our personal data at risk. Information about us, including our age, gender, political views, and even geographical location, are collected and manipulated so companies can advertise on our predicted behavior. In other words, stalking. For example, Target can predict when a consumer is pregnant down to the trimester based on their online behavior. At this rate, an internet bot might even know you're pregnant before you do. Consumers' data privacy can be misused and inadequately protected, leading to criminal activities such as identity theft or financial fraud. One of the most serious incidents occurred in 2018 to Meta with the Facebook Cambridge Analytica leak, when Facebook user data was used to create voter profiles for political campaigns. The personal data of 87 million Facebook users was consequently leaked. In the digital world, our user footprints and information are mined by websites to analyze, even when we think we're digitally secure and private. We are unaware to the extent to which our data is being collected and used for targeted advertising, leading to a lack of informed consent. One great example happened this year when Google was sued, as plaintiffs claimed Google Analytics tracked their activity, even when they set their Chrome browser to incognito mode. Our activities are constantly being watched, even when we think they aren't. Now to my next point. Targeted advertising should be banned. It reinforces bias and perpetuates echo chambers. An echo chamber is an environment where a person only encounters information or opinions that they agree with. Targeted advertisement feeds us what we want to hear or see. This creates a bubble of pseudo-reality and distorts our perspective so that we have difficulty accepting opposing viewpoints. Fake news can be so easily circulated through targeted advertising and could dangerously become our reality. For example, in the 2016 US presidential election, which was heavily influenced by online echo chambers, in a study by Juror et al., they found that Twitter activities supporting Trump and Clinton differed widely, and the most vocal ones were the ones who were involved in creating echo chambers, which circulated a lot of fake news. Targeted advertising perpetuates these kind of echo chambers, which further polarizes and divides society because our truth is distorted and we fail to see the other side of the coin. So, in conclusion, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, I hope my points tonight have highlighted how targeted advertising corrupts our minds and society and is a gross invasion of our privacy and therefore must be banned. Thank you.
I call upon the first negative speaker, Margot Demir.
Good afternoon, Ms. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that target advertising should be banned. We agree with most of the definition given by the affirmative team, but we would like to define target advertising as media aiming to promote products and services that is directed to a specific audience of certain traits. Today's first speaker, I'll be talking to you about the overwhelming amount of information a person is exposed to and how target advertising improves customer experience. Our second speaker will talk about how target advertising is more practical for small businesses and how it's cost effective. Our third speaker will rebut and sum up our team's cases. The first speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that target advertising creates echo chambers. The existence of echo chambers, or the fact that people are being put in boxes, is a broader issue tied to various factors, including social media algorithms and individual user behavior. Target advertising is not the sole contribute to this phenomenon, so banning it will not necessarily resolve the problem. Fostering media literacy and encouraging diverse content consumption within platforms could be more effective. Tonight, I'll be discussing 2 points. As the first speaker, I'll be talking to you about how there is an overwhelming amount of information and media exposure for consumers and how target advertising helps to combat this. Did you know that the average person is exposed from anywhere to 4,000 to 10,000 advertisements every single day? People are drowning in the amount of information they receive, most of which doesn't even interest them. Isn't it better that we watch or read things more targeted to what we search for or are interested in? Target advertising can help stop people from struggling with overwhelming amounts of advertising and information that they read, watch, or hear. It filters out irrelevant information, and in the digital age, overflowing with content, this reduces the cognitive burden of having to sift through and out unrelated information yourself. Target advertising is a streamlined type of advertising that is important to keep around. Prohibiting target advertising won't benefit people or companies, so why do it? My second point is, target advertising improves customer experience. Generic advertisements are known to be irritating. It takes people's time and attention. This sentiment is especially felt when ads are irrelevant, as according to a study by Pembroke, 40% of people feel bombarded by irrelevant ads online every day, causing 51% of people to unsubscribe or block the companies responsible. This makes the online experience more frustrating for people, as their time could be used on things better for their interest. Banning target ads would only increase the amount of ads that don't suit people's interests, and worsen the customer experience for companies with ads that are described as annoying. However, according to a 2020 article from the Bureau of Economic Federal Trade Commission, people who view targeted ads on average find them more relevant compared to untargeted ads. It also reduces the time needed in search for products or businesses that match the company's interest, as target advertising exposes them to results that are more likely to be used for them. Therefore, targeted ads can be tailored to the customer's exact needs, so banning it would mean that people are likely to be bombarded with irrelevant advertisements. The company Pembroke has also found that 49% of users agree that they would be willing to see ads that they are interested in,
while World Metrics found that 78% of people that they surveyed would likely purchase from a company again if they were offered things more suitable for them. This enhances customer experience as the customer can find exactly what they want easier. Therefore, targeted ads shouldn't be banned, as they find relevant results more efficient for people and improve the likelihood of a better online experience. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, target advertising shouldn't be banned as it enhances customer experience, is practical for small businesses, is cost-effective, and helps to control the amount of information a person consumes. Let's embrace the benefits of target advertising. Thank you.
I call upon the second affirmative speaker, Cardia Miller.
Good evening, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for tonight's debate is that targeted advertising should be banned. We, the affirmative team, believe that this statement is true. Tonight, our first speaker has already spoken to you about how targeted advertisement is an invasion of privacy and how it reinforces and perpetuates echo chambers. Today, as second speaker, I will talk about the manipulation and exploitation that occurs and how it impacts on mental health. I will start with rebutting some points made by the negative team. The first negative speaker claims targeted advertising should not be banned as it shows users more relevant ads. While this may be true, it is not suitable long term. According to National Institute for Health, targeted ads limit exposure to new products by 36%, not only showing familiar content. The Guardian notes that targeted ads create filter bubbles, narrowing users' exposure to diverse ideas. This not only reduces the richness of online experience, but can feel manipulative, making users feel controlled by algorithms. If targeted advertising is banned, it ensures that everyone can have a diverse and autonomous online experience. Now to my points. The first concerns manipulation and exploitation. Targeted advertising utilizes personal data to exploit psychological triggers and vulnerabilities, thereby manipulating users into making purchases or decisions they may not have considered otherwise. This form of manipulation is particularly concerning for younger generations, including teenagers and young adults. For instance, a 16 or 17-year-old searches for a vape, maybe even as a joke. An ad for vaping, they may be bombarded with targeted ads and unduly influenced despite legal restrictions on selling such products to minors. If the sale of vapes and cigarettes to children is prohibited, why should their promotion through targeted ads be allowed? According to World Metrics, targeted ads are 46% more effective than untargeted ads, highlighting their increased influence on consumer behaviour. Additionally, the Institute of Economics reports that manipulation through advertising results in consumers spending money on items they neither want or need. This significant impact on consumer autonomy further supports the case for banning such exploitative advertising practices. My second point addresses the impact of targeted advertising on individuals' health. Persistent exposure to targeted ads, particularly those that exploit personal insecurities or fears, can heighten anxiety and stress levels. Advertisers have the capability to target individuals based on attributes such as gender, age, race, and religion. Consequently, advertisements can be tailored to resonate with individuals' personal vulnerabilities. As found by a study at Messina University, an individual who frequently encounters ads suggesting they need to lose weight or enhance their appearance was 13% more likely to experience heightened stress related to body image. Such stress could potentially contribute to anxiety disorders. According to the National Library of Medicine, targeted ads show more than double the conversion rate compared to traditional advertising, largely due to stress and anxiety they induce about self-improvement. Given these significant mental health concerns, the regulation or outright ban of targeted advertising is a necessary step to protect individuals from the adverse effects of such manipulative practices. So, in conclusion, Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, why are we allowing these advertisements that are a personal attack designed to manipulate and trigger us? This forces us to buy products induced by stress and anxiety. Thank you.
I call upon the second negative speaker, Yi Wang.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that target advertising should be banned. We, the negative team, firmly believe this is false. The second speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that target advertising exploits social stereotypes. Target advertising doesn't necessarily show ads based on stereotypes, like gender or race, but on someone's interests or traits. Two females can both receive different types of ads for products and or services because they are interested in different things. But on the other hand, if people of the same race, gender or other stereotype receive similar ads, pointing it at a social stereotyping is not helping or necessarily correct. These people from the same demographic might just like the same things. The second speaker from the affirmative team has also tried to tell you that target advertising manipulates users. While targeted ads only offer products, they do not force consumers to buy them. If they purchase, it's their personal choice. And harmful products such as cigarettes and vapes should also have tighter regulations surrounding their advertisement rather than pointing the blame at target advertising itself. Our first speaker has already stated that target advertising helps to filter irrelevant information, combating decision fatigue, and tailoring customer experience, improving browsing efficiency. Today, I'll be talking to you about 2 points. My first point is that target advertising is more practical for small businesses. On average, small businesses spend about 1.08% of their revenue on advertising, according to the Small Business Administration. Target advertising can also increase conversion rates, meaning the amount of people who complete a certain action. According to World Metrics, targeted advertising is able to increase conversion rates by 10%. This is because targeted advertising allows small businesses to reach the right audience, who are most likely to be interested in or purchase their products. By delivering relevant and personalized ads, small businesses are able to get audience attention more efficiently. This personalized approach maximizes the impact of each ad, but also makes sure that marketing efforts are not wasted on uninterested customers. Therefore, targeted advertising is more practical for small businesses as it is cost-effective and can achieve higher conversion rates and offers greater efficiency. My second point is that when running a business, one of the most important and vital things is marketing. making sure that your business is known and reaching the right audience. Target advertising helps businesses and government organisations deliver powerful and cost-effective campaigns. According to the Lebanese Information Centre for Economics, in 2021, the highest valued company in the world, Apple, spent $937 million USD just on marketing. And according to the Bank of Canada, businesses should delegate between 2 and 10% of their income into marketing. So, with the huge amounts of money that businesses put into advertising, they have to know that the money is going to impact and influence their potential customers. Without targeted advertising, these organisations can't guarantee the money they've invested into advertising will actually make an impact on their desired audiences. Furthermore, many government-issued awareness campaigns rely on target advertising. For example, the recent campaigns to help quit vaping cost $65 million, according to the Daily Oz. This campaign must be targeted to the audience who need it most to be effective, and this cost efficiency is important as it is funded with taxpayer dollars. Without targeting specific demographics, such as young people who are more likely to vape, campaigns like this will not be able to actually help those in need and will be a waste of taxpayer money. So, as we have proven target advertising is cost effective and important to businesses, then how could we ever think of banning it? So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, targeted advertising is an important tool in aiding small businesses and a cost-effective way to ensure an ad reaches the right audience. Thank you.
I call upon the third affirmative speaker, Ophelia Harding.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that targeted advertising should be banned. We, the affirmative team, know that this statement is true. I will now move on to rebuttals. The second negative speaker has attempted to claim that targeted advertising boosts marketing efficiency and revenue, but this overlooks growing consumer resistance and privacy concerns. Studies from Reset Australia found that 90% of Australians prefer personal information to not be collected and are uncomfortable with targeted ads, and fewer than 25% even engage with them. This, along with major browsers like Chrome and Apple, remove third-party cookies, makes targeted advertising less effective and sustainable. Banning targeted advertising encourages businesses to explore alternatives that respect privacy and adapt to the evolving digital world. The second negative speaker has also tried to argue that targeted advertising should not be banned because it provides valuable insights and personalizes browsing. While this can benefit some, it often harms mental health and privacy. Targeted ads quickly collect and use data, delivering specific ads almost immediately after related searches. For instance, after her mum's death, Lindsay Robertson was bombarded with headstone ads right after searching for funeral products. While searching for fertility info, Ray Knudsen faced stress from constant ads about period products. Molly Bradshaw, 34, was overwhelmed with ads after being diagnosed with ovarian failure at the age of 25. She was then overwhelmed with pregnancy test ads, despite blocking them. These examples show the intense and rapid data collection and its negative impact. Banning targeted advertising would alleviate these negative impacts. I will now move on to my summary. Our first speaker has already spoken about targeted advertising causing a significant privacy issue. Alexis spoke about the total lack of informed consent and the way it escalates to criminal activity such as identity theft or fraud. She also spoke about how it creates echo chambers and perpetuates confirmation bias. This divides us as a society and completely warps our perspective and understanding of opposing views. Our second speaker, Katia, spoke about the way in which targeted ads not only exploit but manipulate children and adults alike. One example she mentioned was vaping. Targeting younger generations with constant ads about cigarettes and vapes is still allowed, although then purchasing it is illegal. So why isn't targeted advertising banned? Do you really want to influence children to commit illegal acts? Finally, she spoke about how targeted ads significantly impact mental health by preying upon personal insecurities, leading to heightened anxiety and stress. For instance, ads that emphasize body image issues can exacerbate stress and contribute to anxiety disorders, as individuals feel pressured to meet unrealistic standards. These reasons all perfectly demonstrate why banning targeted ads is really the only solution. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I will end with a quote. Targeted ads should be banned because they significantly undermine personal privacy, transforming private information into a commodity for profit and eroding the trust individuals place in their digital interactions. Thank you.
I call upon the third negative speaker, Arlo Holmeson.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. The topic for our debate is that targeted advertising should be banned. We, the negative team, believe that this statement is false. The first speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that targeted advertising exploits people's data privacy. While targeted advertising does most often use data privacy, it is the role of the users to deny or accept a website's or other digital page's use of cookies and terms and conditions. According to TermSpeed, privacy laws typically require you to explain what types of personal information you collect, which websites typically explain through their terms and conditions or other means, which are completely free and available for the users to read and agree to. The first speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that the data that is collected for targeted advertising is often mishandled, leading to data leaks. Even if this is true, targeted advertising is not the reason for data leaks. It is the fault of the data handlers and a lack of security of that data that causes leaks of data. Banning targeted advertising would be an unproductive solution, considering all the positives that we, the negative team, have already said. The second speaker from the affirmative team has tried to tell you that if a person searches up vapes, even for fun, targeted advertising will give them vape-related ads. While this may be true, targeted advertising may also give ads to stop vaping and how vaping is bad. Looking at targeted advertising from one side, then saying it should be banned is not helpful. You have to look at the positives too. Targeted advertising is a helpful resource that shouldn't be banned. The first speaker from the affirmative team has also tried to tell you that targeted advertising is a tool for political manipulation. While this point may be valid, rather than banning it, there could be more laws and regulations introduced on using targeted advertising for political purposes. An example is the Council of European Union, who are implementing rules that demand political advertisements must have a transparency label, clearly identifying the ad as political. With information such as use of targeting techniques, Data subjects also have to give explicit consent for their data to be used politically, and types of personal data also prevented from being used for profiling. Therefore, there is no further reason for targeted advertising to be banned. Having rebutted the other team's points, I will now sum up my team's case. Our first speaker spoke to you about how targeted advertising combats the overwhelming volume of information seen on a daily basis by the public, most of which doesn't even interest them. She also said that targeted advertising tailors customer experience as it reduces the time needed in searching for products or businesses that match the customer's interests. Our second speaker spoke to you about how targeted advertising is cost-effective and practical, as only showing ads to people who are interested means less ads need to be run. She also stated that targeted advertising benefits small businesses, as it is cost-effective, can achieve higher conversion rates, and offers greater efficiency. So, Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, tonight, we the negative team have proven how targeted advertising fixes the overwhelming amount of information, tailors customer experience, is cost-effective and practical, and benefits small businesses. So, banning targeted advertising would not be a good idea. Thank you.
While the adjudicator finalises the result, I will read this evening's chairman notices. There are no notices. I now invite the adjudicator, Mr. Visser, to come forward.
Alright team, this is the quarterfinals. As you may have noticed, there are 3 adjudicators here. As such, we will just be giving the Speaker of the Night award and who we believe won the night, without going into individual feedback or giving individual scores. With that being said, we believe the best Speaker of the Night goes to the 3rd affirmative speaker. Congratulations. And by split decision, the win goes to the negative team. Congratulations. Thank you.
I call upon a member of the runner-up team to give a vote of thanks.
I'd just like to thank everybody who came out tonight, the adjudicators, and of course the negative team for making this debate really fun. Thank you so much.
Call upon a member of the winning team to second that vote of thanks.
We would just like to thank the other team, the timekeeper and the chairperson, thank the adjudicators and parents and spectators who came to see us. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance. I now declare this debate closed.